Okay, so we
So
just
excited.
had a Libra new moon this weekend. It happened on Saturday, and it was, or what day was it? Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, there was a new moon. And, for many of you, it might have been very crunchy. Oftentimes when we have a Libra new moon, we expect it to be like, okay, focus on relationships. This was sort of like focus on relationships ending. And we all kind of died during this last new moon in Libra. And we're able to be reborn, and we're now being reborn as the moon cycle begins into this like new version of ourselves. And we're going to show up for ourselves differently. We're going to show up for each other differently, because now like shit is getting real, like we are actually like moving into the next part of the or the last part of this year. And then like we're having the great conjunction in December. So really it's like we're recruiting. It's like, who is on our team? Who am I in the apocalypse? Who do I want with me if I have a tribe of people to help me run away from the zombies or whatever? So this is really like a rebirth for everybody to go, hey, I'm single. Even if you are in a relationship, this is a whole rebirth of like the dynamics of the relationship that are going to be happening starting now.
Ooh!
So yeah,
That's exciting.
It's actually a major week. It's a big week. Okay.
I was going to throw in that he also he told me what's in a survival pack for the apocalypse.
What does he have?
Food, like lots of rice and beans and guns.
I think the apocalypse, a gun's okay. I mean, just, if it's truly the apocalypse and survival pack, I'm okay with the gun. I don't know if I want a gun in preschool.
Dude, yeah,
like,
listen, finding a man who's like into like, he's like a Viva la Revolution, like inclusion for all, and also can like hold a gun, I'm on board.
I think it's very hard. I think anybody who's, I just think it's a good sign. I think if you can trust yourself with a gun, you probably can find a crit.
I need someone who's prepared. I like that. That's a very good point, Sarah. Yeah, not afraid, unafraid. Okay, continue on. But I love that because that's important intel that we're getting. This is like real bunker time. Bunker time.
It's bunker time. So today is Monday. We are coming to the end of the day. Luckily for you, it's still bright, so this will be relevant. So Monday, the moon is waxing. The moon is in Sagittarius. We're finally feeling a little bit more optimistic. We kind of like had the new moon. We had the Scorpio phase. Now it's like, okay, Sagittarius, it's Monday. We're getting it going, and we're actually feeling pretty hopeful. There might be some like anxiety in the space today. There might be some pressure to figure things out, because like we have these big ideas and big visions, but then it's like, but how? Because Mars and Mercury are both still moving retrograde. So even if you are getting these like fabulous downloads now, it can be the kind of thing where you're like, okay, I'm ready to take action, but it's like, you can't yet. Or like, I'm ready to say the thing, but then you can't get connected. So like, this is actually asking us just to kind of like, it's like, there's impatience, but in that anxiety, in that impatience is creative energy. So you kind of want to use the anxious energy you feel, not to even like, force anything or figure anything out, but to be like, okay, but if I was solving a problem, like if I'm anxious and I have a problem to solve, or there's a creative question that hasn't been answered, it's more like explore that, play with it. Sagittarius moon wants us to really imagine and think big and say, fuck the system. And like, let's just like, what's the fantasy, right? So, it's a great day this evening, or great day, great evening to really like play with yourself, like put on music tonight, do some magical theater with yourself at home. Mercury, which is the planet of communication, it's in retrograde, is opposite Uranus. So we have the moon, the energy is kind of like optimistic and fun, but then, before we go to bed tonight, there could be some news that actually, it's not that it's going to be bad news, but there could be some surprising news. There could be, he might get a COVID test and he might have COVID. Right? There could be something where it's like, I hope that's not right, but it's like, there could be something where it's like, oh, I didn't know that. Or like, or you have a download, you get like an idea and you're like, wait a second, like, really? But here's the thing. Uranus, which is like unpredictability, like magical, like crazy things happening.
Surprise birthday party. Should I just call him that? Okay, cool.
Exactly. So that Uranus is the higher octave. It's like the higher self version of Mercury. So when they're exactly opposite each other, the real opportunity here tonight is to really create a really safe, sacred place with yourself. Do whatever you can do to really fully align with your soul. So like, again, if you have anxiety, don't worry about fixing the problem. Get creative about making yourself feel better, and open the doors to spirit, because tonight there is this really interesting alignment between your higher mind and your human mind, and your human mind is currently in review. So you might get some messages or some ideas, or really like just get up, you might go, oh my God, yeah, actually, and now that's how I'm going to move forward with my business. And now I am an entrepreneur and I can do it. So you want to get rid of the anxiety as much as you can so that you can actually get those messages. Okay. You want to actually be open to them. There's a lot of good luck in the air this evening. There's a lot of good vibes and like good energy around like kind of making adjustments in relationships or making adjustments in your business that are actually here to, it's like, you know, while Venus is in Virgo. So Venus in Virgo wants things to be kind of like functional, done right. Like, you know, you want to pay attention to the details. So like whenever you get downloads today, don't censor yourself from going there in your mind. Really go there with yourself tonight.
I love it.
Indulge every crazy possibility. Only the ones that feel good. The ones that feel bad, you know, steer clear from, because we're powerful right now. But if there are ideas that you have, like, this seems crazy, but like, what if this was actually how I become, like, how I build my empire? Journal on it, play with it, pretend like that's what it is, because tonight you're kind of setting up, you're like kind of putting in your order to the universe to be like, yeah, it's something like this.
I love it. Okay, cool.
Okay, Tuesday.
I don't know if you're over polite. I'm the over polite girl in a restaurant. I'm really sorry, but like, do you mind? Fuck you. No, honestly, waitresses, like I've been a server. That's so annoying. You're wasting our time. So right, like just be like super clear and excited. Like super clear. I just cannot wait to eat that raw meat that you're gonna hand me with like broccoli and I want like drawn butter. And I'm just making up shit. I haven't been to a restaurant in 6 months.
Dude, for real.
Okay.
But anyway,
so order tonight.
The other thing that I want to say that I forgot to mention is that Mercury is in the sky right now. You know I love the asteroids. Mercury is in the sky right now with Juno, the asteroid of partnership, commitment, marriage, long-term relationship, business relationship, and union, the asteroid of divine union, of divine soul connection, of divine marriage, of oneness when there are two, right? So this whole Mercury retrograde is kind of rethinking our long-term partners, or getting rid of those long-term partners, or calling in those new long-term partners, or doing long-term partnership a different way, because we have union there. Not like in the mythological sense, Juno was the wife of Jupiter, but as far as I know, Jupiter kind of a dog, fucked around, kind of a dog. Here you on the dog park, okay? So new Juno isn't, it's like the fact that Juno is with union in the sky is significant, because it's not just like, and I'll be your wife and you can do whatever. It's not like first wife, you know, or like the good wife. It's actually like, no, I will be your wife, but I have union on my side. So I'm actually like, I'll be your wife, but I mean this to be a completely balanced, equal, harmony. I'm not just like gonna be there for you. Like, we're there for each other. So you're redoing all of your relationships so that they are truly, actually balanced and like, for real, can go deep and then withstand the long haul, because it is the apocalypse, okay? Next, Tuesday. The moon is still in Sag. Tuesday is kind of a difficult day emotionally. You're going to want closeness. Like, that's the day where you're going to be like, why didn't he call? Or like, don't you want to hang out? Or don't you want to get to know me more? And it's like, it's not that your partner doesn't want to get to know you more. It's that the moon is actually asking for bonding through the trust of separateness. Sagittarius is independent. So it's like there's this conflict between Venus in Virgo wants you to be like on speed dial, pick up when I call. I have a Venus in Virgo. It's like the way that I am is very Venus in Virgo. Everything is for, I'm serving, but it actually makes me feel safe to do that service, right? So Venus in Virgo really wants connection and to be on the same team and to know that we're building together. But Sagittarius moon is kind of like, hey, do your thing, we're good. And that's like, you need to check yourself from being like, but are we good? Is he just saying that? I'm going on another Instagram to find out if he's good, or if he's just telling me we're good so that he can go out and find someone new, or whatever, right? If you can get past that anxiety about wanting to be more connected than you actually might feel today, the opportunity here is that you could have major breakthroughs around your like creative genius and your creative vision. And it still is related to that Mercury partnership Uranus thing. So it's like, what's going to happen today is you're going to get some like...
That's Tuesday though. Tuesday. Yeah.
This is Tuesday. But you know, Mercury doesn't move that fast. So Mercury still is opposite Uranus, and Juno partnership and union are still there. So Tuesday, in that space of like longing and wanting something more intimate, more deep, if we can settle into ourselves, we might get some like, oh wow, actually I know this is my dude and here's why. And even if you have no proof or they did, that's the thing. You want to start off the day feeling like, are you sure we're connected? And by the end of the day, either you want to be sure that you're not or sure that you are. And it's going to be the kind of thing where you have such a serious download that you're like, there's no doubt in my mind.
So confirmation through separation.
Yep. But
cool. Love it.
You need to know that whatever that knowing that you have is, you're going to want to second guess, because Uranus is actually like shaking you up. And we are, as humans, are like, no, it's what I think it is. It's going to work this time. So this time when you get that download, that's like, I know he's cheating, or I know he's my guy, or I know that we haven't met yet, but I know exactly what you're like. You're right. Make a choice that adjusts your life to proclaim how right you are, because you're going to want to take it back, because these things don't happen immediately, right?
Yes.
So whatever deep knowing that you have by the end of tomorrow night, you're right. And you're going to start calling in the partners that you know you deserve, and you're going to let go of the ones that you know you don't deserve, starting tomorrow. Now, if you're someone who doesn't really know how to work with your own insights, this is a great day to like work with an astrologer or work with a counselor, or even just use your I mean, yes, we have a Silver Lake special. We'll talk about it in a second.
I'm not going to post it right now.
But it's like really like on Tuesday, even if you don't have any great insights about partnership, dig into your partnerships. Wow, good job, Lucia. But dig into your partnerships and see what you can understand through each other. This is a day to have breakthroughs in the way you're thinking about creativity, love, money, and who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Whoop, whoop. Okay.
Cool.
Next, Wednesday.
I would also say, like, just like on Tuesday, probably just write it down, right? Because you'll forget. Like, that's thing we fucking forget. We always forget. We doubt it, and then we like erase it. Like,
well, that's why I was saying, whether it's write it down or like make a move. So like, if you know someone's your something, do something to like draw a fake temporary tattoo with a pen of their name and take a picture of it just to remember it. But that's how serious you are.
That's
you know
so
I mean? Like,
cute. In elementary school, I love it. But I would say maybe a marker.
But also journaling's fine.
But like, because what if it's like permanent ink, and then you like go and you can't wash it off, and then you're like the crazy chick with their name on your arm after one date? You know what I mean?
Because no. That's exactly the kind of second guessing that we want to actually know. If you're their person and you have it in ink, they're going to be like, LOL, I have one on my inner thigh. That's so funny. I feel that strongly too. Or
I love that.
Your person is never not one time going to think you're a crazy person. That's the whole trick. When we start doubting ourselves in relationships, we're in the wrong relationships.
That's good. Take that one home. Okay, Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday, the moon moves into Capricorn. Now, we've been talking about this at the Moon all year. Every month, the moon is going to move into Capricorn, and we are going to be reminded of the death of the patriarchy. And it's going to be, the moon is our emotional self. So we're going to be like feeling the impact of all the shit that we are trying to build and rebuild and actually like work with, that's trying to like die in the collective right now, right? So this screaming is overwhelming. If you guys can hear me, I think that's
I
like,
love it though.
What a good metaphor.
Like my body is fertile, and also the stars. Let's get to the metaphor that relates to everyone.
The metaphor is like, I'm telling you, like the moon is going to be in Capricorn trying to be super functional about what's next, and then there's going to be fucking kids going, Wah! And so they're screaming, and you're like, I don't know if you can hear me.
Joy.
Retrograde. But it's still like there's like that cacophony of like having to actually like work through those tough human life structural experiences, right?
Okay.
The thing to do on Wednesday is to really use your mind to dig in. Like, so even with this, the example would be, I would go, yes, it is a sign, but because it's not men screaming, it's kids screaming, you're fertile. Like, you want to use Wednesday to really dig in to whatever that idea that you had on Tuesday was. You want to now go further with it and actually like open yourself up to the taboo. Open yourself up to, because old Capricorn, here's a secret about Capricorn. They're horny. Capricorn moon, moon in Capricorn is horny, likes BDSM, loves a little pain, and while in the, tell me.
You talking about you?
Well, yes.
Okay, cute.
I have Capricorn moon, but
she knows.
But I'm embodying the energy, because like, here's the thing though, what Capricorn wants is the way that we're seeing Capricorn in the world right now is that they're like, no, we're the rules. We're going to push the Supreme Court justice through. We're going to fuck with the election. We're going to not have healthcare. We're going to, you know what I mean? There's all these Capricorn structures that are like hanging on for dear life, but they're failing, right? But the truth is, all the Capricorn, first of all, the truth is they're dying anyway. So it's actually up to us, the creatives, the ones with those cuckoo taboo ideas, to actually go hard in the thinking about the stuff that traditional, like, normal, traditional, nice, white, all that, all the stuff that would actually like fuck up like your grandparents' dinner table. You want to actually go there with your thinking on this day, because not only is it the future, it's only taboo now because the people that are in charge are still in charge, but they're not going to be.
No, they're
And
all
the things that
dying.
are I can't wait to see in 20 years what we think is taboo. It's probably going to be not sharing everything. We're going to think taboo is wearing clothes, right? It's just like it's all always changing. So you need to check whatever judgments that you have that come up on Wednesday about your vision or magical thinking or kink or sexuality, or like what you think you all of a sudden want to try anal play with this guy. Like there's going to be all this kind of like, but you want to just lean into it. Venus is trine Pluto, so there is powerful sexual energy. There's powerful erotic energy. So it's like the calculating Capricorn moon is going to want to be like, well, make it make sense. Make sure that it like, you are well received. Whereas Venus with Pluto and then that Capricorn moon there as well is going like, you know what? Fuck it if it's well received or not. I'm building my own house, and you can come. Like I'm going to give and receive over here.
And
like,
there's some hoes in this house. I'm building my own house, and there are some hoes in this house.
No, there are some holes in this house. It's like, if there are times that you can like, it's like, this is a great day for like negotiating or selling or business or anything that has to do with like putting your, I'm going to step up and I'm just going to represent myself and I'm going to represent my wants and my needs. And I'm going to use all of this like harmonious earth energy to actually like expand possibilities. So even if people are like, wow, that's crazy. Wow, that's too kinky. You're a freak. It's like, okay, well, let's actually sure. Okay. If you think that, but then like, work it. Throw it on its head, make money because of it. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's in your relationship, if something comes up that seems like someone's insecure or like there's like a disconnect, use the disconnect as a chance to like, be tender with each other and then go deeper with it.
Like it's an opportunity. It's actually a juicy bet if you're like, I don't get that.
Right. Like don't break up over a difference. Actually see if you can get comfortable enough to hear each other, and then like really let yourself make a different kind of love. You want to really have a rich, deep experience. And so if in your partnerships, there are people that you're not able to have that rich, deep experience, and you do that negotiating work or that selling work or that just trying to like connect work and it doesn't fly, not your person, not your client, not your person, not your thing.
Can I just jump in here real fast and just say
Please.
that like the worst thing is being bored with your partner. I think it's super sexy to be able to like fight well, like have an argument, like an intellectual debate or like just like a values debate. Like that's so much sexier than like being bored.
Dude, as a Capricorn moon, fun, fucking, and fighting is a requirement. I know. I actually left. I was dating a guy for 7 years. Should have married him. Would have married him. He was a great guy, but he wouldn't fight with me.
Oh no, you need it. It's sexy. Okay.
If he had followed me, I might have stayed. Okay, next.
Loving it.
Really, Wednesday,
so
if I could put a bullet point on it, Wednesday, we are going to find ourselves falling more deeply in love, calling in richer, deeper, more taboo. Wow, it just started pouring. It's okay because I'm under a thing. But honestly, the heavens are like, yes, girl, wop, wet ass reading.
Cosmos are wet. They're so wet.
I love that now there's even more sound. Can you hear it okay?
I can hear it really well. It sounds great. Like I love the rain. I miss the rain.
Yeah,
all my Los Angelinos are just dying for the rain.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Okay,
Florida
so
vibes.
Thursday, the sun moves into Scorpio. Welcome to Scorpio season.
Scorpios. Where are my Scorpios at? And Scorpios and people who aren't afraid of us. Let me holler.
Right. Like I am not a Scorpio, but like either my clients are all Scorpios. My clients are all Scorpios or Virgos. I can really like handle the most intense energy, but that's it. Hold on, I thought I got my shit completely.
She's in a hurricane. This is like very storm broadcasting. You're like,
no, look at this.
Hey, remember when that was a big deal? Remember when news journalists would go to storms, like as if that fucking mattered? And now the whole world's on fire all the time, and no one's talking about it.
That is so funny.
This is great. True. This would have been top. This would have been a news story. Hi, cutie.
That's so true.
Oh, please never forget that. Oh my God, the cutest dog just walked up to me, and then these girls were like, "We're so sorry." Can you believe how people apologize for their beauty?
Well, that's the thing, though. Like you said earlier, we don't know if, like, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So we don't know if we think your baby is ugly or cute. Or they might have
Yeah,
thought your
but
dog,
that's a cute baby.
but they might have been like, yo, what if they think my dog's ugly? I better say sorry.
And that's true. That's very thoughtful of them. All right, so let's get to
Um,
Thursday.
okay,
Thursday's
so
always a good day
I
for
almost
that.
want to just turn this around. Though, can you riff for 1 second?
Yes, I'm here.
I'll see if the audience has any questions. I'm just gonna move away from the water.
Okay, friends. Oh, well, while you do that, I'll explain the little links you have
Oh
here.
yeah,
So
thank you.
Sarah so generously has offered her services to the Silver Lake Next Door community. If you want to book a reading with her, she's offering them half off, and she can read your
But
chart and your
there's
heart.
only a special link that Lucia only has.
And it's right there in the chat. So it's only for us peoples. And I'll post it underneath the video as well. So if you're watching this on the replay, remember that song? Oh, miss the replay. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. Okay,
Ponder replay. Ponder replay.
Ponder replay. I love
Cool.
it. It sounds like delicious. I want to order a Ponder replay tonight. On Tuesday night, that's my order, a Ponder replay.
I love that. Okay,
All right.
I know that it's not as charming a backdrop. It's just my door, but
It's always charming.
I think the technology is safer this way.
She always makes it charming. Okay.
Fabulous. Okay. So Thursday, Scorpio. What is Scorpio season about? Sex,
Yes.
power, money,
Yes.
the taboo, witchcraft, the occult, transformation. It is a sexy ass time. You are being asked during Scorpio season to trust your instincts and make decisions based on more than just the things you can see. Scorpio knows what's going on when there's no physical proof, and this is the time to trust our instincts. Okay, like Libra season is like all about getting along. That's why I think this Libra new moon was a bit of a disappointment, because it was like, oh, we tried so hard to really actually make everything work, and we actually found out that we can't make something work, and that is a bummer. So I think that part of what this season change is going to do is actually bring us into, it's not like it's just basically bring us into reality when it comes to okay, is this relationship actually worth being in? Scorpio has no time for bullshit. Scorpio has no time for wasting time on any small talk, or Scorpio is just look, either we're gonna do it or we're not. And that's leading up until Thursday.
As a representative of Scorpios, I can affirm the statement.
You are a hardcore Scorpio, dude.
Super
and
Scorpio.
But it's that you really do represent that energy, which is you're either it's all in or not. You're not interested in lukewarm feelings whatsoever. If it's lukewarm, it's a no. So all Libra season, we were okay, let's make it work. But that's why these 3 days leading up to Thursday, or no, the days leading up to Thursday. That's why you want to actually, while you're still in Libra season, get real about your sense of taboo and your sense of the real and your sense of the freaky shit that you want to explore. Because when we get into Scorpio season, it's actually go time on that. So you want to make sure that you're not still bound to anybody else's energy that's actually not really in your highest values. So really, you are preparing for Scorpio season this week. You're preparing to you are shedding the rest of that skin that is other people's stuff, or other people's baggage, or other people's storyline or kink that you took on just to be a good girlfriend or whatever. It's actually about really getting into your own fantasy life, so that come Scorpio season, you are calling in partners in a serious way that make you feel really connected, really bonded, right?
Cool. So,
okay, other things about Thursday. Thursday is a really good day for soul searching, introspection. It's another day where if you were thinking about getting a reading, or oh my God, Ellie she's intuitive. She signed up for a reading on Thursday, because Thursday's the day to do it. Thursday's a great day to work with counselors. It's a very psychological day, but because the moon will be in Capricorn, so Scorpio is psyche, it's psychology. Capricorn is structure and the boss and the rule and the authority. So all of a sudden we're going to walk into Scorpio season, and there's going to be this discomfort, because it's going to be okay, well, I'm ready to go really deep, but what are the rules around it? So that's where you want to actually stop, drop, and examine your psyche. Stop, drop, and examine your, get that counseling, work with a professional that can actually bring you into your true sense of confidence, so that you can trust your voice to know what things are taboo and okay, and what things are taboo and not okay.
So everybody get on this link and book Sarah up on Thursday.
Yeah, it's a special Sarah Bachelorette special. So anything else? Okay, so Thursday, I just imagine Thursday being an incredibly intense day. I think there's going to be bursts of hope and optimism, where we feel yes, this deepening is making me feel excited and lit up. Then it's, the moon's gonna start, it's gonna hit Jupiter. We're gonna be yes, I am that bitch, right? Then it's going to move toward Pluto, and it's going to be like, wow, I feel really intense about this. Then it's going to hit Saturn, and it's going to be like, well, shit, I committed to all this weird taboo stuff, and now I, blah, blah, blah. So there's possibility that it can be this like huge buildup of like psychic, almost excitement. It's almost like Thursday's a little bit, the worst case scenario, it's like one of those days where you're like trying to like edge and then come, but then you like actually like numbed your clit off. You can't come, and you kind of bloom it. So you want to just make sure that by the end of the day on Thursday, if you are getting frustrated or there seem to be roadblocks or whatever, it's like, don't get worried about the future, and don't even be worried about the anxiety fear. You want to use the energy to actually just think about how you can creatively and practically answer the anxious questions in your mind. It's not to say you should go back to anything that you were doing before to pretend you were a less, dark witch than you are. But you want to go, okay, on a practical level, what do I need to actually make these fantasies functional? Or like, okay, do I need to go get a COVID test? Do I need to like get my pussy whacked? Do I actually want to like, fantasize differently in terms of sex so that I actually can a good thing to do on Thursday night, if you're really having energy issues, work with Tantra. Go do sexual mental meditations. Go practice sacred sexuality in the 5D with all of that anxious energy, because that really is the energy that we're moving into. So we really want to, we just really want to, we want to use it. We want to use it to be functionally helpful in our spiritual development. Okay. Friday, moon's in Aquarius. We feel a bit of a breath of fresh air. It's just like the intensity of like Scorpio Capricorn is like, whoa, I am really saying what I'm saying. And because it has remember, every time we're talking about anything Scorpio, we know that Mercury is there in retrograde, and we know that Juno and Union are there. So it's all about relationship and shuffling around in relationship and kind of people switching partners. There's going to be a bit of a do-si-do going on. Don't let it shake you up. When the moon moves into Aquarius, you're going to be like, yeah, you know what? It's cool that we do-si-doed, and it's cool that we're all in relationship, because Aquarius can handle like group mind, group sex. Aquarius is responsible for like social situations and fun and like really
the
bringing
cuddling
everybody
scene?
in.
The cuddling scene, basically.
I would say no, actually. It's actually like Aquarius does not want to cuddle. They don't even, it's more of the freedom thing.
The WhatsApp about cuddling? So like, they're like kind of like, they're like talking about cuddling?
It's more like bringing people in. It's like more like, it's more like thinking about cuddling, talking about cuddling, organizing an orgy for later.
Yeah.
But
creating an app for cuddling for the future.
Exactly. Like actual Aquarian, when the moon's in Aquarius, Aquarius is the most detached sign. So it's like you actually stop.
Quite cool.
So like, that's what I'm saying. You're kind of in that Capricorn Scorpio lock, and then it moves into Aquarius, and then it's like, okay, maybe I am down for polyamory, because I don't know if I even want to like, that was like too intense. I could use a break. Or it's like, you know what? I'm just going to go back and talk to my girlfriends. Like Aquarius moon needs like not drama, but this whole month is drama because Scorpio is drama. So, the way to use this on Friday is like, there's just a very social energy. You want to just hang out. You want to call friends you haven't talked to in a while. The downside of today is that, again, the moon and Uranus get into kind of a tangle. Uranus is surprise energy. So again, there could be information that comes into the space that just makes you feel like knocked off balance. The biggest gift that you can give yourself on Friday, the biggest gift is to remember, if you are in some kind of like, I was feeling social, but I'm still kind of vulnerable from the last few days. The best thing you can do is to not make anything a big deal. Do not make mountains out of molehills. Do not ideate yourself into a worse reality than it is. What you're really experiencing on Friday is just that things are changing and it feels uncomfortable. So even if everything's going your way, there's still something sad about change no matter what, because we're humans and we get attached. So this is a day to really not take any communication mishaps or anxiety seriously. It's a time to just be like, of course I feel crazy with the apocalypse. Like, of course I feel anxious. Like, don't make it mean anything.
Great.
Okay?
I'm going to start the next season of The Bachelor, The Bachelorette that night. It sounds like a good night for some like really non-committal, easy watching.
That's exactly what to do. And I actually think it's great because in terms of Aquarius, we have so many new bachelors that you're not even stuck on one storyline. You're just meeting all the bachelors, and you'll have 2 episodes by then that you can binge and scroll through. And you'll get a really expansive experience that none of it feels that personal.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so Saturday. So we'll do Saturday and Sunday and then we're done. Saturday. This is an important day. The sun is meeting Mercury in the sky. Who we know is there? Juno and Union. So the sun, the radiant energy, is going to be connecting with Mercury retrograde, thoughts, communications, connection, and like wife partner energy and divine union energy. So Saturday, there's sort of a stabilizing element here because you're like, okay, I've arrived, I'm here, this is who I am. And even if you're not in a relationship, you're going to feel union within. You're really going for union within on Saturday because it's like, even though the moon is in Aquarius and it's still cool, it actually makes it easier to bond fully because there's so much Scorpio that you're not like freaked out by whatever comes up or whatever partnership, you know, but it's not even going to be bad partnership things. It's just going to be like, okay, no, it's happening. Like, actually, it's serious. So, like, I have a feeling that Saturday is going to be a day where we actually get, it's lightning now, yay. But we're going to get really clear on Saturday, like, not only who our partners are, at least that we're really trying on for sides now in a more serious way. It's still good Jochi-do until everything moves direct. Everything's still much retrograde. But there might be some new shifts in partnership that come about on Saturday that actually make you feel more stable on the details that are allowing you to feel free in money, free in love. Like, you want to make money, you want to make love, you want to really feel like you're making progress and building long-term plans. And if you're not in a relationship, you are in union. Know that on Saturday, that is the energy of union that you see. So you want to make sure that you are being the best partner to yourself in a real deal way on Saturday, and you want to
come to my spin yoga duo at Hype, 12 p.m. for all my Silver Lakes. We got a yoga and spin, so you're gonna hype it up, and then you're gonna slow it down.
What you should do.
12
That's
and
exactly.
1.
And actually, the balance of that is so perfect, right? Like, you really, that's what it is. It's about coming into actual balance on Saturday with yourself, and so that you can do it with others, because that's when you're going to be like, oh wow, we are intimately connected. But if you're in good relationships with yourself and with others, like for us, Lou, I have a feeling that Saturday we are going to either have some like genius idea, or something's going to click where we're going to be like, holy shit, we're now like doubling our income because we did set the structure up. We're going to get either clues on how to set a better structure moving forward with our relationships, ourselves, and our businesses and our business partners. And we are going to get rewarded for the structures that we have, the new structures that we have put in place that actually like are like, oh shit, this is working. We are bonded, and now I can see it, and it shows, right?
Cool.
Now the moon is going to be void, of course, starting at like 3 o'clock your time, 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, and it's going to be almost 24 hours when the moon is void. Moon void means that like really there's just no aspect being made. Nothing's really going on. The moon isn't connecting to any other planet, and it's kind of just resting. So from like 3 p.m. on Saturday until like 3 p.m. on Sunday, basically, don't start anything new. Don't even make that like a hardcore work time. Use that time to meditate and reflect, because the things that come together now it's like we are all learning to like breathe, take a breath. So yes, even if you're building and making money or making love or decide you're going to get married or whatever, it doesn't mean that then you have to go out that night and do anything about it. It's actually like, now sit with that new change. Sit with that new change. So that's what Saturday night really wants us to do. Sit with the new thing.
Cool.
Sunday, the moon moves into Pisces, and it's just a harmonious day. Like, Pisces moon is like very mystical, magical. And then, you know, Pisces loves when the sun is in Scorpio. Pisces, when the sun is in Scorpio, is like finally someone who doesn't mind if like we just go deep and ethereal and like watery. It's like super watery energy.
I love it.
There's a lot of like harmonious thinking about love and future and sort of like magical thinking. You know, it's like, right. So magical thinking. Now, as Mercury retrograde and the sun actually switch places, that's going to happen Sunday. So on Saturday, they're going to meet. Then Mercury retrograde is going to start continuing to move back towards Libra. The sun is going to start moving towards Sagittarius, right? So they're going to switch places. So what you're going to see is there's going to be like a lot of idea generating, a lot of like exciting, like mystical, like intuitive, like, I think this is what we should do next. But if you want to give yourself some like, because sometimes Pisces, Scorpio can be like, but we don't have a raft, we're out here floating. The raft that you can use on Sunday as you're figuring out and imagining and thinking is the past. So you want to reflect on the past. You want to reflect on what's been going on this year, that, okay, there's a switch happening. So what is being switched? What roles are being changed? Who are you going to show up differently as now? How are you actually going to because it's not necessarily drop things. Like, it's not like Scorpio wants all or nothing, but it's not always all or nothing. At this point, we're all in. So it's more like, okay, now that we're all in, we actually have to like change the drawers around because the everything drawer is where this fork should be. And actually, I remember my lover last time stubbed his toe on this thing. So let's fix that. So Sunday, you want to use your history and your memories, not to scare you or to stop you, but to re-envision, retool the fantasy. And you can use what has happened in the past to start to envision the future.
Oh, I love it. That's so awesome, Sarah. What a mystical reading. And look, it's like just getting, the sun is like just set. It's like perfect.
And you know what? The storm has passed. Look at this.
Oh,
So I feel like maybe that's like a metaphor for the whole week. Like it's going to be like a big
poetry.
change. Oh, wait.
I love the poetry.
You know, like now
That
it's
was
just a nice night.
I love it. I'm so excited. Isn't it beautiful, Silver Lake and beyond, to like really have that opportunity to sort of like have a trailer of coming attractions, just to like get the gear together, get the little fanny pack, fill it with what the treats you need for your trip, and like get the journal out for Tuesday and book your session for Thursday.
Yeah, Tuesday journal, Thursday. And book your session anytime that works. I'm totally available. Well, I'm not totally available, but like if I'm available when you are available,
she'll find her time.
But I really feel that like this is a good week to talk to an astrologer, especially about love, or a therapist or a coach. I happen to be also a coach, so talk to me about whatever. But
Talk
really,
to all the things.
Like this is a week where you want to reach out for support in your thinking because things are getting serious, but the thinking is confusing. So you want help kind of sorting out the brain like residue from old emotional stuff, or just kind of if it helps to get another perspective, do it.
So good. Well, anything else to share, Sarah, before you leave us for the week in love?
I think that's really it. It's just like you need to know that this week Juno and Union are running the show with Mercury, and the sun's going to meet it there. So you want to make sure that you are in right relationship and you are in inner union, so that when the time comes, you're like, oh, I love my relationships, and like I have so much money and I have so much love. Like that's what we're building for.
I love it. That sounds very Christmassy. It's going to be a good holiday. Don't you not believe it, my friends?
It is.
This year is going to end, I'm prophesying, well.
Well, we'll talk about it next time because let's define well. It is the Great Conjunction in December, which is
saying shit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if it's going to end well. I think it's going to
I'm not an astrologer.
I think it's going to end up extremely differently than it started is what I'll say.
Okay, that's cool.
We are entering a whole new era come December. So it's actually not even that the year's going to end well. It's that we want to set ourselves up for our own years to end well, because who the fuck knows what's actually going to happen. But the truth is, if you're happy in your life and you have a team of people around you that support you and you support yourself, you're unfuckwithable.
Oh, that's true. I couldn't agree more.
Make yourself unfuckwithable this week.
I love it.
Okay, bye.
Wonderful. Okay, bye, Sarah. Thank you for doing this. And to all my Silver Lake lovers, whether you're single, whether you're not single, whether you're in a relationship or you're like, I never want to love again, book a session with Sarah.
And the other thing I'll say, I also can do, like, if you're in a relationship, like, I love doing relationship readings. So you can do you and your partner. Like, if you just want to know what's happening with you, that's one thing. But if you want me to look at you and your person's charts, I can do that too.
The synergies. Okay, great.
The synergy, yeah.
Okay, bye.
Very good. Bye.
Bye.